Reporting from Arkham Asylum, this is Gotham Rogues. Well, we finally meet face to face. Of course, now you can see that I'm not actually reporting from Arkham Asylum, but from just a regular room. It's disappointing, I know, but what are you gonna do? So anyway, welcome to this new series on Gotham Rogues, Rogue Thoughts, where I discuss various random Bat-related subjects. The first subject that I chose to talk about is the 3 Batman movies that I would like to see. That is, the 3 types of Batman stories I would like to see adapted for the big screen. I'm not necessarily referring to the upcoming Batfleck movie, but really future Batman movies in general. Now this is not a top 3 list or anything like that, and I will be starting with the Batman movie that I want to see the most. An Arkham Asylum movie. Yeah, not a big surprise. There's really no other movie that I want to see than a Batman movie set in Arkham. The inmates riot, seize control of the asylum, and then Batman has to go there and defeat them all. It's a classic Batman story that we've seen many times in other forms of media, like comics, animation, and video games, but never in a live-action movie. I think it's actually perfect for a movie, as the Bat-Rogues really sell, so I can't see it bombing at the box office. Now, a movie like this would of course be a massive rogue fest. That's the point, but at the same time you can't put too many characters in there. You've also gotta find a way to balance the ones that are featured. The 3 villains that I think have to be in it and in large roles are the Joker, Two-Face and the Scarecrow. To me, they are the staple Arkham inmates, and they kind of symbolize the asylum. If they aren't included, I don't really see the point in making an Arkham movie. Other villains I want to see in there are Poison Ivy, the Mad Hatter, Killer Croc, and Victor Sass. Some of these would of course have to have fairly small roles, as otherwise your movie would be a mess. But I think you could squeeze in a little moment in the spotlight for each of them. After all, the animated series episode Trial did that really well in just 20 minutes. Then you could use the really minor rogues like Cornelius Stirk and Amygdala in cameo roles, just to fill out the asylum with freaky looking loons. So that's my dream Batman movie, I guess you could say. And it does feel likely that we will eventually get an Arkham movie. There's even been some rumors that the Ben Affleck Batman movie is going to be an Arkham movie. Of course, those are just rumors, but we'll see. The next Batman movie that I want to see is a small-scale Batman movie. In all the other movies we've gotten so far, it's always been the entire city that's been at stake. I would like to see a movie that's just another case, another day in the life of the Dark Knight. What made me really realize that I wanted that was watching the movie Dredd, the latest Judge Dredd movie with Carl Urban. If you haven't seen it, it's about Dredd and his new rookie partner getting trapped inside a mega block building, filled with criminals and gang members who are out to kill them. It's just another case, another day, and I want that for Batman. Now it doesn't literally have to take place in one day or a few hours, but you get what I mean, a small case, where of course Batman is put in mortal danger, but still it doesn't change him as a character, and the entire city isn't threatened. There's of course many ways to do such a movie. You could do it as a detective story, which we also haven't really seen in live action. An ideal villain for that would of course be the Riddler. Enigma's at large pulling off heists, and Batman has to solve his riddles to stop him. Another way you could do it is by making it a fast-paced action movie, like Dredd. Maybe it could be about Batman being caught in the middle of a gang war between the Penguin and Black Mask. There's really endless possibilities to make a small-scale Batman movie, as that's what they've been doing in the comics since the beginning. Most stories in the comics are about just small cases. When it comes to movies though, the producers and the studio heads, they always want something grand and large. So it does feel unlikely that we will ever get a small-scale Batman movie, unfortunately. And now for my final Batman movie. And this is something I know we're never gonna get, but I'll always want it. A live-action adaptation of the animated series episode, Almost Got Him. Yeah, that's never gonna happen, but it would have been really awesome. Just imagine all those bar scenes played out in live action. I'm thinking that each vignette should be done by a different director, so each of them would have a very different style. In fact, I think that you should bring back all the old Batman movie directors and have them direct a vignette each. Tim Burton, Joel Schumacher, and Christopher Nolan. It would have been really cool to see Burton tackle Batman again. And I know what you're thinking. Joel Schumacher? Are you crazy? He should never ever touch Batman ever again. But in later years, he has been talking a lot about how he never got to make his Batman movie. The studio forced him to make his Batman movies goofy and campy. He wanted to make a much more serious, dark Batman movie. And has also been talking about how he wanted to make an adaptation of Year One. So it would have been interesting to see him return and get another chance at making his Batman movie, even though it would have been just a vignette. Of course, this is never going to happen. This movie will never get made because it's not the type of story that the studio heads want. It's too different and too risky. And of course, those directors would never return either. Burton seems completely uninterested in Batman and superheroes these days. And Nolan has made it pretty clear that he's never going to go back to Batman and superheroes ever again. It seems that Schumacher is the only one who might possibly consider it, but even he is pretty unlikely. I mean, does he even make movies anymore? I haven't seen any big Schumacher movies being released lately. So there you have it. Those are the 3 Batman movies that I want to see. Write in the comments what type of Batman movies you want to see, and we'll continue the discussion down there. Also, if you have an idea for a topic that you would like to see me tackle in a future episode of Rogue Thoughts, write that down in the comments as well. And remember, Arkham Asylum awaits you in the next video.